morning, this is Jud Burgess. I just finished up my 3 minutes with Mayor Margo and City Council. Today I talked about Billy Abraham, Mayor Margo, the city leaders, and the games that they play with each other. You know, I'm attempting to connect the dots between this man who has a reputation here in town, and it's not a good one, okay? We all know he's a derelict landlord. We all know that he's got a lot of money. He's a man of means. He owns properties all over downtown, and he has properties that the city wants to see renovated. But let's not forget that Billy Abraham is an ex-con. He was DWI. He killed somebody in the wee hours of a morning one day a few years back in downtown, and he left this man to die on the street like a common animal. So this is the kind of person that Billy Abraham is, and when he says things, you cannot take him seriously. And the city apparently takes him seriously, and as you'll see in my 3-minute talk today, you know, he knows how to play the city like a fiddle. And today, no surprise, they censored my graphic of Billy Abraham's mugshot behind bars because he's on their team. They're in league with each other, and Mayor Margo gave the signal to cut my graphic out. I'll show it to you right now while I'm talking. It was this one, and you know, the thing is, we live in America here. I have a right to say what I want, how I want, whether it's satire, parody, whatever, and they continue to just deny me that, but that's neither here nor there. The thing is, it's a good video, it's a good 3-minute talk. Please share it if you will, and continue just to hold our leaders accountable. And thank you for your support. And see ya. Bye.
To speak. The first member is Mr. Jud Burgess. His topic is Billy Abraham, city leaders, and the games that people play. Good morning, Mr. Burgess. You have 3 minutes to address the council.
So I hear there's an auction going on today.
So today is the day when up to 11 of Billy Abraham's derelict properties are scheduled to go up for auction, according to recent press. City leaders have long been playing a fool's game with ex-con, downtown investor, and slumlord Billy Abraham when it comes to his derelict properties. They've never been interested in enforcing his code violations with any backbone until now, and it's my guess this is just another game being played for appearance's sake. I could be wrong, but it's my guess that none of his neglected buildings will be sold at either the foreclosure or sheriff's auction. Just another empty threat to a man that has always played his cheating cards right. With the fight between Barrio Duranguito and the city's desire for a sports arena having reached critical mass, city leaders have been scrambling to find ways to force Abraham's hand. His Chinese laundry building, located in the hotly contested Duranguito neighborhood, was the ace card that filled out its royal flush, forcing the city to fold and cave into his demands. He used that building as leverage to get himself a whole lot of taxpayer dollars at our expense. A whole lot of taxpayer dollars at our expense. How did he do that? Well, knowing that the city desperately needs his building so they could proceed.
Please take that down.
What's wrong with it? There's nothing attacking. I mean, he went to jail. It's a graphic of him in jail. Okay. I know. I timed it with less than 3 minutes because I knew I was going to go through this with you guys. But anyway, knowing that the city desperately needs this building so they can proceed with the destruction of Barrio Duranguito to make way for their sports arena, he threatened to have it researched for historical significance. A designation for its building given by the Texas Historical Commission as a recorded Texas historic landmark would have made it politically difficult for the city to demolish the building. It also could have added months to their plans for pushing ahead with the arena. Built in 1900, the Chinese Laundry Building is said to be the last remaining example of 15 original laundries owned by the Chinese immigrants in El Paso, 4 of which were close to or in the proposed arena footprint. One of the last architectural touchstones with a direct connection to El Paso's Chinese community, now threatened by a $180 million plus arena that will almost certainly be a financial disaster for the taxpaying public. It is my theory that Abraham expertly played El Paso's historical community against the city. He teamed up with the city, got what he wanted, and then some, while turning his back on El Paso's Chinese community and endangering our culture, history, and heritage. The city of El Paso recently paid Abraham $855,000 for his building, which was 5 times what the Central Appraisal District had it valued at. This means the building was either woefully undervalued by CAD and the city was shorting itself of fair and due taxes, or it paid him 5 times what it was worth. I tend to believe the city paid much more in order to expedite the deal and acquire another property without obstacles Abraham was threatening to place in their way. Last year, he owed $11,000 in back taxes on his Chinese laundry building. So the city swings him a deal where it vastly overpays him and sweetens the pot with an additional $19,000 in so-called relocation costs.
Mr. Burgess,
That gets him to drop his threat to have it designated as a historical landmark, giving him all the money he needs to pay his back taxes,
Thank you, Mr.
thereby
Burgess.
consummating the city's deal with the devil. I hear he still holds title to the property. One could say our city continues to cut its nose off to spite its face, and we're all paying for the nose job.
3 minutes, sir.